Bonjour! Back in Sunset Valley for yet another renovation, another community lot. Le Petit Shark Pool Center, le centre aquatique de l'élan requin. Don't know why it's half French. It's also really sized, 30 by 28, and another outdoor pool too. So let's dive into it. Ooh, that's totally a pun. So here is our build. First thing that sprang into mind is that to me it looks very 70s, the tiled walls like that. Maybe because in France we have community buildings that were built in the 70s. They had those tiles on the walls and very bright colors too. So I'm going to try to keep that feel to the build. I'm not sure about the tiles on the ground though. Too white. So we are in like a patio area here. That's too bad because there is no real view on the sea. And that build is like blocking the view too, so not sure about that. So we have like 4 arched entryways. That rather tall. Oh, they're on foundation. Yeah. Oh, so I can use that to... I'm thinking of making it an indoor pool because I already have an outdoor one, and then I could use the foundation and have like windows there. And well, the build would be ugly, but it does feel a bit weird to have another outdoor pool like that in the center of the town. So that's the locker rooms, I guess. Well, the bathrooms. Yeah. There is no windows towards the sea. Nope, no windows. The back here, it's bothering me. Yeah, it's located near the school in the center of the town. Yeah, I'm going to turn it into an indoor pool, and it's good to stay bluish with the tiles. I'll try and make it not too squarey. Let's try. So to recap, the main ideas, it's not to make it totally different, it's to keep the main features like where the pool is positioned, and the fact that it's on foundation. And so here I'm going to keep the foundations, the tiled walls, and the location of the position of the swimming pool, and also of the locker rooms in a way. And the build and the currently indoor build is going to remain there, but a tad different. And yeah, I'm not trying to do a whole water park. It's just like I wanted it to be like a community pool that would have been built in the 70s in France. I don't know in other countries if there was the same type of architecture then. But yeah, that's the big idea here. Well, to sum up, I guess it's like I made a renovation that is going to need renovating. I think that's sum it up. It's kind of a block, that build, but I managed to break it off a bit because I did the whole patio area. I turned it into the main entrance. So here I've kept for now the 4 entrances, but then I'm going to remove the ones there, the 2 facing the school, and keeping the 2 on the side. This one, the patio one, is going to be like different. Like there is going to be like a small yard before you enter the pool. You'll have to cross the small yard, and that way we have kind of a view on the sea. But it's a bit like a resting area. Not really, because there are no chairs, but more or less like a breather, I guess. Because that's where the greenery is. Because I got rid of the greenery like right away, most of it, because it's going to be an indoor pool. And so the remaining trees and plants are going to be in that small yard area where you can walk through before entering the pool. The other entrance I kept, I made it, it's a one tile door there, and so it's going to be more like staff entrance, I guess, but the SIMS, they use them anyway. So I've been struggling a bit with the tiles because I wanted to keep them on the wall like that, but I've tried to find matching ones for the floor, and you don't have the exact matching ones. So I've struggled a bit with that again and again. So I've tried different textures, different patterns, until I found one that more or less fit what I wanted. So here I'm building the main entrance and keeping a patio area over there. Though I've removed the picnic tables, I've only kept one and I put it inside. So it's going to be like just a walking through area. I'm not trying to do a full-on garden, for instance. I really wanted to keep that idea of community pool with the basics and not a full-on water park. I might do one, maybe, I don't know, if there is a lot that inspire me like that. But here, because of the placement of the lot, like in the center of the town, already the outdoor looked a bit, I don't know, out of place there to me. But I got it because that wasn't any season when Sunset Valley was released, because it was the first world. But we do have seasons now, so yeah, I don't know, another outdoor pool looked weird. And we have the sea and we have the other pool, and so I thought a community pool should be inside. And yeah, so I did the kiddie pool, then I tried to find patterns and stuff like that would echo the name, because it's called the Shark Pool. So I found the sign right away. I knew the sign from Late Night, so that sign. So it was, okay, perfect. But then I don't think we have many stuff to do with sharks. And I think it's later I found a slide, water slide, from the store where you have a shark on it, but I couldn't use it because it's from the store. I'm trying not to use anything from the store, except I used windows, pretty sure from there, in the last build. But in this one, nothing from the store. And I've tried to make the whole pool different from the one I've had just done before. And so I manage on some aspects and not on others. So there is no bar. Yeah, there is a bar. There is a self-serving bar that I'm going to put over there. but there is also a food, not a food truck, a food booth from SIMS, and I've tried to reuse the tiles. So that's why I'm trying to customize these, because I wanted to reuse as many things I could from the original build. But oh yeah, those chairs, the seatings there. So these are the perfect size to be fit under the windows. So that's why I'm using them like everywhere. But then I wanted to reuse the pattern that were on the original recliners, but yeah, I couldn't do it. So I tried like, I don't know how many different patterns on those chairs, but at the end I gave up and I made them like blue, like plain blue. What was I saying? I don't remember. It's okay, I'm just rambling. Oh yeah, I remember. The fact that the two pools are a bit similar. They have the same vibe because the idea was to have them both as community pools, so not intricate ones. And also I didn't want it to be a full-on water park, but more like the community pool where the school kids would learn how to swim, for instance. They would go there on a school trip, since the school is just across the street, you know. So I was more influenced by that. So the difference with the other pool is that I envision it more like a semi-private pool, even though it's a community pool too. But it's, you know, in the middle of a apartment complex, so I suppose it's more semi-private and not for school trips for sure. And also it's outdoor, so maybe not for all seasons. So here I'm pretending to have skylights. I'm making do, as I don't have the transparent rugs from Into the Future. I've put lights there to make it as if the light could go through. But yeah, it's just, you know, tiles actually. So it's a high ceiling there and smaller on the side. So the issue there is when you're taking pictures and you're on the ground floor, you see there is no ceiling, because you need to you need to go on the upper floor and then click on the tab and then go lower. So I think it's the Q key that makes you go lower, and then you can have a view with the ceiling. So that's one big inconvenience when you're taking pictures. So making the different doors. So we have a main door and a secondary entrance here near the lifeguard chair, and I've left the no podium, you know, the plain display thingy, and I've put them here. I've put two of them, I think. I've kept two on each side of the diving board, so that they are like diving blocks, you know. But it's just for pretend. So a lot of things are just for pretend there. I think I got rid of all the recliners because I had recliners on the other pool, in the other pool. So in this one, no recliners. I've remade the restrooms, the bathrooms, but at the same level as the pool. That if you have toddlers coming there, so they can get to the potty without the supervision of an adult. That's also why I've put the kiddie pool there, because actually the food booth is just has a perfect view on the kiddie pool, so I don't like to leave my kids' SIMS unattended, and of course in the SIMS they are always unattended. So here I'm going to have like an NPC having a view on the kiddie pool, so let's pretend they are there to keep an eye on the kids. And of course I made inflatable lounger area corner, and same thing. I think that same thing that for the chairs. I took me a long time to find the pattern I would use there. I didn't want at first to have a bit yellow highlights because I already had those in the previous pool, but then I gave up and I did just that because I do like the look of the yellow with the blue and the bright yellow with the, with pools where you have some blue somewhere. Usually the pool itself is blue. So here I've put like yellow highlights. I think the slide, the whale slide, is it a whale or is it like a dolphin? Well, its tongue, it's yellow. And the inflatable lounges, I think I made them yellow at the end because I wanted them to be popping a bit more. What else? Oh, so I've put two water slides, and because I hesitated having one in the kiddie pool actually, but then I wanted this one, but I couldn't use it. It was from the store. But I really wanted the kids to be able to use one not in the pool either. So I've put two. I'm not sure. Usually in the kiddie pool I put like toys so that the toddlers are going to come over and play with the toys and we can pretend they're in the pool. But here I added a water slide. So the kids can do the water sliding thingy they do. And well, it was to try new things. So I'm trying this for this pool. But I'm using the big fresco on the wall. The walls, the concrete walls, I'm thinking of having them a bit more dirty, like to dirty them up a bit. Mostly on the exterior so that it looks more like an older build. So I haven't done that before the tour, but I might do that next time I'm in game. I might, because it's bothering me right now. I don't know why, it's something that just popped up in my mind. And I'm like, those walls, they're too clean. Okay, so in the build, the already built build, I've done here, like, I wanted a diving pool, a deep diving pool. And so I put these from World Adventures because you can dive into them. And I think I've put a treasure at the... So it's not leading to anywhere. It might in the future if I do some other lots where I have another pool like that. And for now it's not leading anywhere, but you can go deep dive and get something from the depth of the pool. Yeah, I had a room and I had never tried that in a community pool before, so I thought, why not? That's why I did that. Don't mind me. Oh, and the rope is in case you get stuck in the depth of the pool. Just in case. So in the rest of the build I mostly did like a semi-locker room. It's not a real one, it's an open one, backstage area, and I put a self-serving bar because I already had an NPC for the food booth. And so here I thought, okay, not a cafe, I'll do self-serving bar if someone wants to get a drink. Also, I put a ton of windows there because they have a view, kind of, on the lighthouse and part of the sea, so it was nice. So then I went back to the entryway and did kind of a small green patch there. So the finishing touch, mostly, arranging details and putting stuff I had forgotten about or not thought about before. I guess that's when I should have dirtied the walls up a bit, but yeah, that slipped my mind, and instead I tried to, again, tidy the build to the neighborhood, and so having as if it's a continuation of the sidewalk or stuff like that. But I guess with the very bright blue, you cannot mistake the building for anything other than a pool. So here is the result, a bit blocky, very blue, but it's an indoor pool, so now the Sims can use it during winter, so that was the goal. A bit of a community pool. I've tried to put as many windows as I could so that it would be more open towards the exterior but still indoors. And I've kept the bright blue tiled walls. So the main entrance is through the side with a little yard there, a double door with a shark sign above. And then we are in the main room with the big swimming pool and the kiddie pool in the back, with the food vendor nearby. A quick overview. So of course the main pool is smaller since I've used the whole previous space to do two different pools. So we have the lifeguard chair here and a few towels on the side. Again, the highlights are very yellow, bright yellow, but yeah, I found that I like that. So you have two bathrooms, but I've not gender coded them, so yeah, the Sims can use either. Then in the back you have the previous build that was already there, with a self-serving bar, a kind of locker room, view on the swimming pool, and then the deep diving room. So no portal there, but there is a kind of a view on the lighthouse and the window in the back. So that's the swimming pool. So first the main entrance is through the patio area over there. Then you get inside and you have the whole room with a lifeguard chair over there, the main pool, then that's the kiddie pool. Here you have the food vendor, and then bathroom 1, bathroom 2. Then you can take the steps and you get around the self-serving bar, locker room, and on the side the deep diving room. So that's it for this makeover. So yeah, I think it fits the area, but yeah, not the prettiest build ever, for sure. But you can see it from afar, thanks to the bright blue. I kind of like the bright blue actually. So bright blue next to deep red. Not sure yet what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to try and change the pace, so maybe a very different type of building, but that will be for the next episode. I'll see you then. À bientôt!